I loved my wife, but after she borrowed my car, a breakdown revealed a shocking truth. I'm a simple guy, never one to chase after stars in the sky. A girl, a small apartment, maybe a kid someday. That was enough for me. But things don't always go as planned. My girl Avery had a taste for expensive things. I could have bought a car earlier, but I waited until I got a promotion. With the raise, my salary went up, and naturally, so did my status. Avery wasn't exactly thrilled about that. She made it clear she wanted a car too. Common sense told me it was smarter to get one really good car rather than two old beat-up ones. But life has a way of throwing curveballs. We got a fully loaded car, cameras, a dash cam, everything. I was excited to drive it first, but soon enough, Avery was using it to visit her mom, then her cousin. A month passed, and then the first surprise hit. The electronics went haywire. Took it to the shop, got it fixed, and thought that was that. But another month later, the hydraulics went out. Back to the service station we went. At this point, Avery was over it. With a pout, she grabbed her bank card, kissed me on the cheek, and disappeared to a cafe, leaving me to deal with the mechanics. Normally, I wouldn't spend too much time watching them work, but today was different. No nagging from Avery, and the mechanic was chatty. I adjusted the wheel, checked out the hydraulics, and then noticed some guy climbing into the car. David, why the hell are you in the cabin? I waved my arms. He looked up casually. Who's been messing with your wiring? I shook my head. No one, I took it to the master. David muttered something under his breath and kept fiddling with the car. Then he pointed at the dash cam with a dirty finger. Does this bother you? I squinted at it. Yeah, the light keeps flashing, I said, mimicking the blinking. And it squeaks sometimes. David frowned. And what's with the shooting in the cabin? Are they freaks or something? Or are you filming for fun? I just stared at him. Shooting in the cabin? What the hell was he talking about? I never paid attention to the dash cam. I had no reason to. My life was simple. Home, work, work, home. David climbed out and handed me the footage. Here, watch the movie while I finish up. I flopped onto a dusty couch and texted Avery, telling her she had another half hour to work on replenishing my bank account. Then I pressed play. Before I knew it, the screen went black, and when it came back on, the film turned out to be interesting. In fact, I'd even call it an adult film, starring none other than Avery. Why are you so red? David's voice startled me. He leaned in to get a look, his expression shifting as he processed what he was seeing. He swore loudly. Avery's voice suddenly cut through the garage. What's the deal, huh? I turned to her. A star. Before I knew it, my hand struck her face. Then again. And again. David stepped in. Listen, man. She's a harlot, sure, but it's a sin on her soul, not yours. Don't do it. It ain't right to hit a woman. I paused. He had a point. Taking a step back, I exhaled. Go to the apartment, pack your stuff, and be gone in an hour. When I get back, I don't want to see you there. Got it. Avery wiped the blood from her split lip. I didn't mean it, she whispered, looking guilty. Get out, I said coldly. Go anywhere you want, but I don't want to see you again. She slipped through the garage doors, disappearing for the second time that day. David clapped a hand on my shoulder. How about a drink? I raised an eyebrow, then smirked. Yeah, let's have a drink. He handed me a large bill. Now it's just me and you. I slammed the gas pedal and sped off, cruising through the city. An hour later, I was back home. Avery's things were gone. It was over. A fresh start. A new beginning. A couple of days later, I found a note folded in half on the bedside table. I didn't even bother reading it.